Okay, let's do this. Well, hello. I haven't done anything along this line before, videoing a painting. I don't know how it'll turn out, but I want to give it a shot because I want to show you this great stuff that I found. My art life started out as a pinstriper. Lines, curly cues, swirly doogies, and that became boring to me, so I decided I was going to start making pictures. And I started with oils, and I love oils because you can lay down your base color, go over it with another, and have it shadow through, and create all kinds of fantastic special effects, blending and such. And you know, I like it, but it takes a really long time to dry, and that's the bad side. So I tried acrylics, and with acrylics, they dry so quickly that you don't get the blending time and all the special effects. I searched high and low all over everywhere I could to find some sort of a mixing medium or something along that line that would allow me to do such, and I have not run into one. One day I was online just looking at stuff, and I found this Clive 5 art, and he makes a liquid clear that is for acrylics. Now I believe he intends it to be a paint additive to retard drying time, therefore you can blend and mix. I don't think he intended it to be used the way I use it, but that's okay because I use it this way. And the only place I have found it is with this Clive 5 over in, I think it's New South Wales or something like that. It's in England. The stuff is not terribly expensive. The shipping costs more than the cost of the medium, but that's okay because it goes a long ways, and I like it. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to paint an Aurora Borealis. I got a white canvas covered with black gesso, which is dried all the way. Now I'm going to put on a layer of this, just as you would if you were doing wet on wet in oil with their liquid clear. I'm going to do with the acrylic liquid clear. Now this is going to retard the drying time to about 4 hours, thereabouts, and that gives me plenty of time to play and dig and do whatever it is that I want to do. Cover the canvas with this whole thing. My big thing is Aurora Borealis. I like the paint to bleed through. It's very hard to mix all the paints and drag them up and have them look the way I want them to look. See, that was that. And it takes very little. I still got a whole bunch in there. I'll put that back in there later. Okay, I'm going to take a little phthalo blue here and go on top of that. The thing with putting phthalo blue on is it's what? Transparent, translucent, and you don't know what you've got and how much you've got, so you just sort of guesstimate and cross your big toes and hope it all comes out for the best. Alrighty, that's all over there. There we are, a nice clean brush. I try to clean my brushes right away. I don't let them sit in water like this because I think it diggies up the bristles, and then water gets up in that silver thingy. I don't know what the silver thingy is, but it gets up in there and then runs out later and makes a big ass mess. And I don't like that. So, okay, I got that. Now we're going to see the magic. You know, it's funny. I grew up in Upper Michigan. Start right about here. I grew up in Upper Michigan. Spent most of my life up there. And saw many Aurora Borealises. Never tried to paint any. Moved down here to Texas to get away from the cold and all the craziness that you get when you live in a cold climate. And it seems like all I can paint is winter stuff. Alrighty, there that is. Now we can see the magic already starting to work through. I'm going to take this and go up, 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 and up, up. Saying up helps me keep my lines straight going up, although I do sometimes feel like something out of a Harry Potter movie. Up, up, when they're trying to raise their broomsticks. Up, up, up. Okay, you can drag these up as high as you want them to be, as long as you want them to be. Up we go. Okay, and if it gets to be a little darker than you would like in one area or another, you just add a little more white and go up, 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 up. Bring that up like that. I've got another camera over here because I'm not sure that this is coming through, so we'll take a picture this way. You see how the blue is bleeding out into the white? That is the effect that I like. No special mixing and dinking around trying to get all of your shades of blue working out just right. Okay, now I'm going to take me and put some trees. Black on black, you're not really going to see it at this point, but I know it's there. I'm just going to jump in some little trees here. Yeah, so now I live in San Antonio, and I've tried numerous times to paint happy cactuses and desert scenes, things like that, and it just doesn't work for me. So here I am in San Antonio with all the beautiful cactus and scenes around me, and I'm painting winter stuff. Okay, we're going to put some snow in here. I'm going to start right about here. Bring it across, like yay. Just along the bottom of those trees that you can't see. Catching up some of the black to draw in over here. Let's come in this way. I probably should have done this way first, but I didn't. That's alright, because I can fix it. I have enough time to fix it because of the acrylic liquid clear that is in the back. Okay, now come down this way and cut that off. There we go. That is in the back, mixing in and allowing me to take my time pulling and dragging things around. Let's start a snowbank way over here. Just going to cut off that. I hope you can see the way this blue is bleeding through. It makes really nice effects. You know, if you live up in the cold, cold north and have seen snow on a crispy night, a crispy night is so cold that when you walk through the snow, you hear it crunching beneath your feet. There's like zero humidity. Everything is dry. And it crunches. It's a crispy night. And the moon is hitting just right. You're going to see blues coming off of your aurora and reflecting out of the snow. So some people say, oh, I've never seen blue snow. Well, have you seen snow? In the city, I don't care if it's up north or down south, in the city you don't really get to see this sort of thing because of all the city lights and such going on. It just sort of eliminates your ability to see what nature has out there to a great effect. But that's okay. There has to be cities. If there wasn't cities, you wouldn't appreciate the countries. Okay, come back this way. Just sort of ziggy-zagging these snowbanks back and forth down through this little valley here. We're going to say there's a little valley there because we can. Finish off the bottom here. More white, bring you this away. Bring that little thingy up that away. There's our snow. Off in the distance, you see the dark shadowing in the snow. Coming up to the pretty blue in the front. Whoops, I dragged some blue in there. Bad me. That's all right. We can fix it because the paint is not setting. Yay! All righty. Now we need to do some trees. Trees are fun. First, we're going to take a little bit of white, though. And we're just going to put a little hi hello on these trees that I put in the background. Just teensy little guys, because they're way out there. But it is a snowy season, so everything's covered with snow. Whether you want it to be or not, it's snowy. Okay, now we'll hide some of them because we can. And I'm going to put way off in the distance, right here where this snowdrift and this snowdrift kind of join, I'm going to put me a tree. Not a very big one because it's way out there. But a tree nonetheless. A little bit of shadow down in there. Alrighty. Where are we going to put our next tree? Going to put our next tree. How about here where these two intersect? That sounds like a good place. A little bit bigger tree because it's closer. I enjoy this so much more than pinstriping. Got to the point where my pinstripes started out as pinstripes and wound up being pictures of stuff. Dragons or whatever. A little bit of shadow coming through here. So my son said, you know, you're painting pictures out of your pinstripes. Why don't you just go ahead and paint a picture? So I did. And here I am now. Okay, I've got a snowdrift that comes through right about there. And he's closer, so we'll make him a bit bigger. And a little bit of a shadow coming down. Okay. And now I want a mango bugger tree. Every painting of the forest really needs a mango bugger tree. And he's going to start right up here. And we're going to bring him up, 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 up. Because he's a mango bugger. Okay. Make him nice and thick. I like nice thick trees, but not so thick that you can't see through them somewhat. Okay, where's my shadow coming? This way. Alrighty. Grab up my white brush, and I want to just sort of blend these shadows out a little bit so that they aren't just big chunkies sitting there. I like a nice blended shadow, like so. Oh, that went up into that tree. That's okay. Easy fix. Everything's wet. Remember? Love it. Blend this little shadow a little bit. Like yay. Alrighty. Now, they need their share of snow also. So we'll put a little snow here and there and everywhere. Everything's gotta carry some snow. It's only fair. If the little trees have to carry snow, the big trees have to carry snow also. This little guy back here, can't forget him. He's off in the distance, but we can't forget him. He's out there. This little feller here. And now Mongo. Get my Mongo booger tree snowed up. I don't know if this camera to my right is picking up any of this color, so I'm going to just take a quick shot here with my other camera. You can see the blues fading through in the ground. Okay, now, still missing a little something. Well, first off, I'll come back in here and just give this just a little swipe of a little extra white, because it's gotten just a little dark. So I'm just going to swipe that through with a little white and get my grain of my ground going the way I want it to go. There we are. Now it's a nice gray flowing with the thing. This is missing a little something because to me the balance, it wants to go. So we're going to put a little something right here. That's just my thing. A lot of times paintings are meant to be heavier on one side than on the other. But to me it just doesn't feel right. So here I am going to put, yeah, right about here I guess, is a good spot. That's right here, like so. Now I'm going to come down like so. This poor tree just could not take the weight of the snow anymore. It was old, it was tired, and it just said, I give up. A little bit like me coming home from work at the end of the day. When I sit down in my recliner, kick off my shoes and go, oi, I made it. He needs a little bit, just a little bit of white blending in here. I'm going to use my fan for that because he's got snow on him too. Like yay. A little double here. There. And little finishing touch on him is going to be just some little spriggy branches just sort of here and there. Nothing super major. But he had branches when he fell down and they broke and busted and dug down into the snow. Anybody that's seen a fallen tree knows they aren't naked. They got little branches sticking out here and there, and the little branches dig into the snow or the ground, and bury themselves. They break off when they fall. Get a little shadow going from this tree that has fallen down. There we have it. Beautiful Aurora Borealis. The snows, some trees, and just because I don't feel like I'm done yet, I'm going to put one more tree out there just way off in the distance. And then I think it will feel right to me. Looking right and feeling right are two different things. So I'm going to throw just a small tree back here. Like about yay. Give my small tree some snow, because everybody's got to pull their weight in the snow. There. Now it feels right. Okay, so this is just a super simple little painting. I didn't want to get carried away. Super simple little painting of the Aurora Borealis, or Northern Lights as some people know them, using the Clive 5 Liquid Clear, latex liquid clear. And as I said before, it's outstanding because it retards your paint drying. You can just do all these great effects that you do with oils, with the blending and the bleeding through, and have it dry more quickly than oils. Now this is going to take 3, maybe 4 hours to dry and be done, as opposed to how many days would it have to dry if it was in oil. Really enjoy it. I hope this video has given you some idea of how to go about getting those effects using the Clive 5 Liquid Clear. And I don't know if I'll ever do this again because I'm not a videographer, but there we are. Thank you so much for your time. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, and paint happy. Always paint happy. Thanks. Bye.